You know, these days it's a thing to call someone a rock star when they do something cool. And my pal Kevin Hunter has been doing some pretty cool stuff with his Porsches just over the other side of the hill from our friend the professor. Kevin's one of those engineering savants who probably has invisible mathematical equations floating around his head like the guy in the movie A Beautiful Mind. Oh, and as it turns out, he is a rock star. No, really. He's the lead singer and writer to the hit 80s band Wire Train. Look him up on the YouTubes.
When I was a kid, I went to Pier Avenue Junior High for a while in Hermosa Beach, California. And right across the street from Pier Avenue was Der Wiener Schnitzel. There was a little alley there, and if you got caught going across that, that was detention for a month. Okay?
Whoa.
You couldn't go to Der Wiener Schnitzel. But what we used to do was, we would sneak across, then we'd go around, get a chili cheese dog, and you'd hide under the counter. There was a little cubby there, and you could sit there and eat your dog. Directly facing that, Vasek Polnik Porsche.
Wow.
So some of my happiest moments of my childhood are me stuffing chili chug in my mouth while the brand new 911s, 912s, and 914s are there. And then it went through a period where in the 80s when it was kind of mustachy bankers.
Yeah.
It was like
sweater.
I just
tied
didn't,
over.
Yeah, Chad.
Yeah.
Chad had a turbo. I couldn't get near that shit. Yeah. And then for a while it just went away. And then I remembered my love of it, and the whole part of it being a moneyed, important object went away. So I went back to my love of the thing. What does it do? It's a pure, I sound like everybody else, but look, this thing is a machine for driving, and there's nothing on it that doesn't serve that. What is an interesting conversation that's ongoing is the ethics of modification. We respect our cars, and we make the best decision that we can in that moment. There's a lot of guys who will go very far. They'll say, this is property that belongs to me. I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want to.
Yeah.
There's other guys who will not change one thing. I mean, no. That's the wrong.
That's the wrong rivet. Yeah, we know those guys.
It's like with my white car.
Yeah.
So I've got a Type 4 motor in it, right? Which is a cool motor. Does it belong in there? Definitely not.
Yeah.
It doesn't go in that car. It's
Right.
from a 914. It's it's a faster motor than the car was intended to have. Now, would I have taken out the 616 motor that was in the car if I had had it? The answer is yes. Would I have sold the motor separately from selling the car? No.
Yeah.
There's the ethical split in the road.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with having my motor in my car. If I had had the original motor, I need to hang on to it because they have to be together. It feels like respect.
Sure.
And I have a feeling that everything on the cars comes to a sort of series of decision points like that.
Sure. I like the RWB cars. I actually kind of like them. I would never in a million years take a good car and do anything like that to it. Now, if I got sideswiped in my 993 by a minivan,
there you go.
I'm like going, well, I got to replace all the fenders anyway.
Yeah, this is not an original car anymore.
It's no longer going to be originals,
Right.
and it's all right. I don't have to take a Sawzall to a perfectly good fender.
No, I think that in the end we'll wind up with a series of decision points where if you hit this thing, then this is fine.
Right.
But if this is the case, then this is fine.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Flowchart of
a bit of a. They say nothing is true, everything is permitted.